The Vasojevići tribe is the largest Serb tribe in Montenegro. It occupies the area between Vjetarnih Lijeva Rijeka in the south and Bihor under by Bijelo Polje in the north, Mateševo in the west, Plav in the east. The tribe is one of 7 highland tribes. Vasojevići is also the name of the region inhabited by the Vasojevići. Most of the tribe's history prior to the 16th century has naturally been passed on through oral history, although the unofficial center is Andrićevica in northeastern Montenegro. The tribe stems from Lijeva Rijeka in central Montenegro. The tribe was formed by various tribes that were united under the rule of the central Vasojević tribe. These tribes later migrated to the Komovi Mountains and the area of Lim. The emigration continued into Serbia and other parts of Montenegro. Though sense of tribal affiliation diminished in recent years, is not a thing of a past. Tribal association and organizations still exist. It could be clearly seen during the Montenegrin independence referendum 2006 with the Vasojevići united opposition. Geography. It occupies the area between Vjetarnih Lijeva Rijeka in the south and Bihor under by Bijelo Polje in the north, Mateševo in the west, Plav in the east. History. Early history. The oldest mention of the Vasojevići dates of 1444, where it is described as not a tribe, but as an ethnic group. The Ragusan Senate report filed by Ragusan merchants dating to October 29, 1444, speaks of the Vasojevići living near Medin, in Rikovac, having together with the Bjelopovljeći and Poperi attacked Ragusan merchants, doing material damage. According to some historians, the fact that the Vasojevići were not mentioned in the 1455 document points to them having migrated from Upper Zeta. According to the 1485 Defter, the Vasojevići and Bratonožići were not yet established tribes. 17th century. In 1658, the 7 tribes of Kuchi, Vasojevići, Bratonožići, Poperi, Clementi, Hoti and Gruda allied themselves with the Republic of Venice, establishing the so-called Sevenfold Barjak, or Alij Barjak, against the Ottomans. In 1689, an uprising broke out in Poperi, Rovska, Bjelopovljeći, Bratonožići, Kuchi and Vasojevići, while at the same time an uprising broke out in Prizren, Pek, Pristina and Skopje, and then in Kratovo and Kriva Palanka in October. 18th century. Documents, especially the letter of Ivan Radonjić from 1789, show that the Montenegrins were identified as Serbs, and that the Banjani, Kuchi, Poperi, Bjelopovljeći, Zekani, Vasojevići, Bratonožići were not identified as Montenegrins. They were all mentioned only in a regional, geographical, and tribal manner, and never as an ethnic category. In the 18th century, the folklore of the tribe was influenced by the Orthodox millenarianism that had developed during the mid-Ottoman era. According to one such folk legend, an elder of the Vasojevići, Stanj, foretold Greek priests the advent of a Serbian Messiah, a dark man who would liberate the Serbs from the Turks. These myths, as part of the official Serbian Orthodox doctrine, provided both a de facto recognition of Ottoman rule and a denial of its legitimacy. World War II. During the Second World War, the Vasojevići were divided between the two armies of Serb Chetniks and Yugoslav partisans that were fighting each other. As a result, the conflict spread within the tribal structures. In May 2006, Montenegro gained independence after a referendum on the future of the state union of Serbia and Montenegro. However, 72% of voters in Andrićevica municipality, the unofficial center of the Vasojevići region, voted against Montenegrin independence. It was the second highest result against breaking the state union with Serbia. The People's Assembly Assembly of Vasojevići stated many times that, apart from being Montenegrin, all Vasojevići are Serb and, thus, strongly oppose and have always opposed Montenegrin secession from Yugoslavia. The Montenegrin census of 2003 revealed that 81% of the Vasojevići declared themselves as Serb while 43% declared themselves as Montenegrin. In the aftermath of the referendum, some villages have been abandoned as Vasojevići have sold their houses and moved to Serbia. Similar cases have been observed in other places of Montenegro, however not in the same degree of organization and ferocity as in the Vasojevići region. 2010s. During the war in Ukraine, some locals of villages of Andrićevica, part of the Vasojevići tribe, decided to sell and give up land for free to Russia, stating that, "We are brothers." Anthropology. It is a tradition of all brotherhoods to show respect to ancestors by knowing precisely genealogy and the history of the tribe and a family. This also allows members of the clan to unite, to act together and always to recognize kin. According to a folk myth, the founder of the tribe was Vaso. According to one myth, Vaso was a descendant of the medieval Serbian Nemanjić dynasty. The Vaso's great-grandfather was Stefan Constantine, the rival king, who was defeated by his half-brother Stefan III in 1322. Stefan Constantine had a son, Stefan Vasoje, who was brought up at the court of Doshan the Mighty. Stefan Vasoje participated in the battles of Doshan, and when he had received sufficient experience, he was put by the emperor as voivode Sjenica. Stefan Vasoje had a son, Stefan Constantine II, who participated in the Battle of Kosovo, where he died. Is believed to be either the grandfather or great-grandfather of Vaso. The legend further alleges that Vaso, one of 5 sons of Stefan Constantine II, moved to Lijeva Rijeka. After the fall of Smederevo fortress and the subsequent fall of the whole Serbian Empire, Serbs from Kosovo, Metohija and Šumadija fled from the incoming Turks to Bosnia and, after its fall, into Herzegovina. The Vaso, the founder of the tribe, fled along with these waves of refugees. In 1465 he moved from Herzegovina to Lijeva Rijeka in Zeta. The Vaso's descendants gradually expanded to the northeast and inhabited the region by the river Lim called Polimlja, the area around the Komovi Mountains, Andrićevica and Bahrain. Thus, they formed the largest tribe of all 7 highland tribes of Montenegro. In modern Montenegro, the area of Vasojevići falls into following municipalities: Bahrain, Podgorica, Kolasin, Plav and Bijelo Polje. One of the highest mountains of the modern-day Montenegro is named after the tribe, Kom Vasojevići, and the whole area inhabited by the tribe is frequently called Vasojevići. Part of the tribe that stayed free from the Turkish occupation lives in the area of Lijeva Rijeka and Andrićevica. They are all called Upper. The Vasojevići, Lower Vasojevići inhabited the area of Bahrain. Most of the Lower Vasojevići were within the Turkish reign until Balkan Wars in the 20th century. Tribe members were perceived as noblemen and rarely mingled with common folk, people who did not have a common ancestor. Vasojevići called them Asani, and today this term has come to denote Vasojevići of other origin. In a book, Plem Vasojevići, written in 1935, R. Vasojević describes the structure of the Vasojevići. The list of families was exhausting when the book was completed, but since then new families may have developed, sometimes with the very distant genealogy. Slight variations of names, chronology and relationships exist concurrently, but there is no doubt among the Vasojevići members which family belongs to which brotherhood, branch and sub-branch. Never has any family questioned the structure depicted below. The brotherhoods of Vasojevići stemmed from different tribes, of no common kinship and ancestry, which were united under the rule of a central tribe that extended its name to the other clans. Also connected to the Vasojević tribe are the Vojnović noble family. Brotherhoods. All people of the Vasojevići are descendants of three Vaso sons, Rafo, Novak and Maomin. Hence the three great clans of the Vasojevići, Rajovići, Novakovići, Miomanovići. Notable people. By the beginning of the World War II there were more than 3,600 Vasojevići houses in Polimlia and Lijeva Rijeka. Many notable Serbs are Vasojevići by origin, e.g., Jovan Zuđević, first Serbian anthropologist. Mila Jovovich, an American supermodel, actress, musician, singer, and a fashion designer. Slobodan Milosevic, former president of Serbia and of Yugoslavia. Borislav Milosevic, Serbian diplomat. Jelena Jankovic, a Serbian professional female tennis player, currently the world number 5 player in a WTA list. Peter Bojovic, one of 4 famous Serbian vojvode in Balkan Wars and World War I. Punisa Racic, Serbian and Yugoslav radical politician who, in 1928, assassinated Croatian politician Stjepan Radic. Žarko Obradović, Serbian politician and a former Minister of Education in the government of Serbia. Slavika Thukić-Dejanović, Serbian politician, former Minister of Health and former President of the National Assembly of Serbia. Ljubiša Jokić, former general in the military of Serbia and Montenegro. Svetozar Marković, an influential Serbian political activist of the 19th century. Vera Mujović, an actress and writer of novels. Lidija Vukićević, Serbian actress and politician. Slavko Lebović, Serbian-Danish actor. Dragan Lebović, Serbian basketball player. Gavro Vuković, voivode, writer, deputy minister of foreign affairs, son of famous Montenegrin senator, hero and tribe chief, Miljan Vuko. Momčilo Smajić, president of the Executive Council of the Socialist Republic of Montenegro from 1978 till 1982. Radoslav Smajić, former karate champion, Yugoslav national karate team 1968 to 1970. Thordij Upajković, Montenegrin Yugoslav politician, president of the Executive Council of the Socialist Republic of Montenegro from 1960 to 1963. Dragoslav Sekularek, ASFR Yugoslavia former football superstar, player and coach. Radovan Zogović, one of the greatest Montenegrin poets of the 20th century. Sedo Vuković, Montenegrin writer. Mihailo Lalić, a famous novelist of Serbian and Montenegrin literature. He is considered by some to be among the greatest Montenegrin authors. Stefan Babović, Serbian football player currently playing for FK Partizan and the Serbian national football team. Jovan Zuđević, an anthropologist, known as a founder of geology in Serbia. Branislav Ćosić, Montenegrin economist and politician, president of the Socialist Republic of Montenegro's presidency in 1985–1986. Budislav Ćosić, Montenegrin communist and president of the People's Assembly of Socialist Republic of Montenegro. Milutin Ćosić, a legendary Serbian goalkeeper who played for SFR Yugoslavia. Dejan Ćosić, Serbian economist, former governor of the National Bank of Serbia. Milić Vukasinović, drummer, rock singer and guitarist, most notable for his stint with Bijelo Dugme. Lazar Mutap, voivode of the First Serbian Uprising and one of the initiators of the Second Serbian Uprising. Miljan Vukov Vasojević, famous Montenegrin senator, voivode, hero and a tribe chief. Igumen Mateševo, the chief of the Vasojevići in the 19th century, along with Peter I. Petrovich Njegos and Peter II. Petrovich Njegos. Vasojević was one of the most important figures of that time in Montenegro. Lubomir Bakić, deputy president of the High Court in Cetinje, Montenegrin Minister of Justice from 1913 till 1915. Dojčilo Maslevaric, plenipotentiary ambassador of the Federal Republic of Yugoslavia to the Holy See from 1996 till 2000. Minister of Foreign Affairs of F.R.Y. from 1994 till 1996. Bora Thordović, famous Serbian musician and singer. Željko Joksimović, famous Serbian musician and singer. Boban Rajović, famous Montenegrin folk singer. Blazo Rajović, Montenegrin footballer. Goran Vuković, popular Montenegrin folk singer. Marko Vasojević, Montenegrin footballer. Sinisa Dobrosinović, Montenegrin-born Cypriot football player. Žarko Zečević, former Serbian basketball player, former football administrator and businessman. Vladimir Dasic, Montenegrin basketball player. Bojan Bakić, Montenegrin basketball player. Boris Bakić, Montenegrin basketball player. Ivan Jurković, Montenegrin handball player. Sonja Bajak-Tarović, Montenegrin handball player. Tanja Bakić, Montenegrin poet, essay and non-fiction writer. Vasily Utomović, Montenegrin chess master. Bibliography about the tribe Marko Pismović. The Vasojevići Historijska istraživanja. Izdavački savjet Zavikavnog udruženja Vasojevića. ISBN 9788682233022. Mamir Dasic. The Vasojevići od Pomena do 1860. Godin. Narodna knjiga, Svetoza Vukić. The Vasojevići uime drave crne Gore 1861. Imena Usnika u povodi, Izdunja Piska, Jovana Diljanović, Ilya Nikolić, Heritage Folkloric de Vasojevići, Odiljenja za etnologiju filozofskog fakulteta. ISBN 9788677941017. Radomir P. Gubrinic, Peter J. Markovic. Bunu Vasojevićima, The Vasojevići, Zavit, Obikaji, Bunai Ratovi, Documenta I Commentary. Odbor SRPSK Akademij Nauka za Prukovanja Sela. Budimir Dragović, Vasojevići u Historiji crne Gore. Centar za kulturu, Novo Bdelović, The Vasojevići od Komovida Tifranija od Nozika de Jestenis. Nizovny Klub Branko Kopic. ISBN 9788660670023. Bogdan Lalović, Ivan Protic, Vasojevići Ukranogorskoj granici, Sela, Svetoza Račević, ed. 6. Etnografski muzej u Beogradu, 55, GGKEY, 32D3QOTYJSX. Other Novo Vuković, Nisovnost crne Gore 12 do 19 Vijeka primary Kojestva Obod, Nikola Vuković, Etniko Porijeklo Kraugoraka, N. Vuković.